all your photo, video, and voiceover needs, check out the fine folks at Blueberry Productions. They will take good care of you. If you don't believe me, you can see for yourself. Check out their work at blueberryproductions.tv, the Facebook page, Blueberry Productions, also a Vimeo page, a YouTube page, and it's Blueberry, BLUBERRY, Prod on Twitter. Check them out today. Blueberry Productions, great people, great work, great service.
Hey there, your yard took a real beating this summer. Luckily, Scott's Turf Builder Winter Guard has your back. Just feed your grass with Scott's again this fall when the air is cool and the soil is warm. It's the perfect time to give your lawn a boost. If you do, Winter Guard will give your yard the nourishment it needs to help weak, thin grass recover and support root growth, giving you a greener, more resilient lawn both now and next spring. Guaranteed. Grab a bag of Scott's Turf Builder Winter Guard today. You'll be back to barbecuing in no time. This is a Scott's Yard.
Hey parents, we all try to be extra careful with our children in the car, but then we get an important call or text. Remember, our children are watching. Make every drive a good example. Be in the zone. Turn off your phone. Visit childrenshospital.vanderbilt.org/BITZ to learn more about our teen driver safety program. Brought to you by Monroe Carroll Jr. Children's Hospital at Vanderbilt, the Ford Motor Company Fund, and the Allstate Foundation.
Hello, my name is Travis Williams, President and CEO of Academics and Athletic Consulting, focusing on educating and empowering tomorrow's collegiate athletic leaders. My passion is for the education and genuine concern and care for today's student athlete. It's the centerpiece of my life's work. A college education, both in and out of the classroom, is a truly rewarding benefit. For more information on AAC, you can go to www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Once again, www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Or you can follow me on Facebook at Academics and Athletic Consulting, or Twitter at Coach TWill24, or Instagram Travis L. Williams 24. Or you can call me at 404-542-6079. Once again, AAC is very proud to partner with J.R. McHenry of the Bossman Radio Show, covering sports and entertainment across the country. Please tune in weekly for informative, entertaining, and expert analysis on today's sports and entertainment topics. Thank you.
Folks, back on the Bossman Show. We're a special guest from the Green Bay Phoenix, their new head coach, Will Ryan, with me here on the Bossman Show. Coach Ryan, man, how's life treating you with getting this gig, man, up there in Green Bay, man?
Well, I'm currently in West Virginia. I coached at Wheeling University the past year, and I went up a week or two ago to Green Bay for the press conference and all that. And on Father's Day, we drove back to West Virginia. We've got to sell our house and get all of our affairs in order so that we can turn around and head back to Green Bay and get started. So it's just been a whirlwind these last few weeks. Just everything happened so quickly. I never anticipated that the Green Bay job would open up. And when it did, you throw your name in there, and all of a sudden you find out a week or two later you get an interview, and then it was like speed dating after that. It was interview after interview after interview for like 3-4 days. Then I got the offer, and, dream come true.
Now, how was interviewing for a job in a pandemic? 'Cause I know you probably a lot of Zoom calls, probably some FaceTiming and talking to different people involved. So how was that process kind of applying for a job in the middle of a pandemic where you really can't travel as like you want to per se, but still want to get to know you? So how was that process?
Well, I haven't been through too many interview processes with, head jobs. And so, just doing everything by phone. And we did have a couple Zoom meetings and got to see like the players face to face, or at least the guys that are returning. And they're all hunkered down at home, sitting on their beds, and probably half asleep after I got done talking to them. But no, it was interesting to say the least. Because you don't get a chance to get on campus and shake hands and look everybody in the eye. So when you're doing all these interviews over the phone or on Zoom, and you can't see people as clearly, you don't know if you're talking too much, you didn't answer their question well enough. It's a little nerve-wracking, but we got through it.
Most definitely, and I can only imagine getting the job so late, but this year it's not as bad because of the pandemic. Kind of helps you out in that regard because nobody's really doing anything right now. We're all kind of just waiting to see mode, and guys are at home and on devices just being safe. So getting the job this late really not as bad as it would be in a normal year.
Right, and when you take over a job, you have to assess the situation and who's coming, who's going in terms of recruits, what they're losing with transfers or graduating seniors. So right away you want to get out ahead of things and you want to try to retain, as many guys as possible. So that was probably the first order of business was to, talk to the guys, try to expedite the process in building that relationship, via phone or Zoom calls, and, just try to explain, show them who I am, genuine, and, hey, I'm here for the right reasons, and I'm here for you guys. And I think, we hit it off really well, and, knock on wood, nobody said they're leaving. So, I'm thrilled that they stayed committed, and, are looking forward to me being their next head coach.
Most definitely, and the fact that you have a history in Wisconsin from your dad, and guys know the name up there in Wisconsin has to help as well. The name recognition part of it as well.
Yeah, and I can honestly say I learned most of my basketball knowledge from my dad, but I've been around some other good coaches where I've learned things and picked up some things as well. But yeah, the name goes a long way. There's a lot of history there. And, I've been outside of the state for 13 years now, in North Dakota State for 7 as an assistant, Ohio University for 5, and head coach at Wheeling for 1. But I've, recruited the state really well and still have lots of connections, friends, family. So it's just great. It's great to be back home and, just talking to, new people I'm meeting, and it's, hey, do you know so-and-so? Have you been here, done this, whatever? And all of a sudden it's just like, you feel so good, like you haven't left the state and you haven't been gone for 13 years. The transition so far has been going well.
Most definitely. And I've been to Green Bay a few times with the Falcons when I did Falcon games. So it was very enjoyable to be there. It was just weird flying into Appleton, though. That was the only thing about it was weird. Flying to Appleton, then you drive into Green Bay. That was the only thing about it was a little weird. But beyond that, man, it was cool. It was as cold as heck. That's all. I'm not used to the cold. It's the only part about it.
I'm born and raised there. I'm used to it. It's in my blood.
Yeah, man. The only part about it, a little bit too cold for it because the coach I have from visiting Atlanta is not the coach need in Green Bay, Wisconsin. It's just not.
Right. Yep. You need a big parka for Green Bay.
Yes, most definitely. And so, Coach, how did you go about all these years of being an assistant, preparing to be a head coach? Because I know when I was a co-host in my earliest radio, I tried to think of myself as if I was the host itself. What I would do if I was the main host. So how did you prepare your mind over the years and prepare yourself to become a head coach at Wheeling now the head coach here at Green Bay?
Well, I think it even, goes beyond that. Just growing up in the gym with my dad and being around all his teams and seeing how he operated and, how he coached his teams, you learn so much through that. And then I was an assistant coach for my former boss and mentor, Saul Phillips. I was with him for 12 years as an assistant. And so, you learn a lot of things. You bounce ideas off of him. And, he lets you do some things on your own. But, when you're the head coach, you get the final say. So you always try to prepare yourself for those, when those opportunities arise, or, when you finally get there. You want to, you try to, you brainstorm ideas, you write down notes, you make a journal of stuff, and, because you're constantly learning. And that's, just like in life, you're always learning.
Most definitely. And what do you feel like in the ideal Green Bay things will be for you, ideal young man you want if you're in your program? Because building a program and building a culture is so important to any program success. So, what would be the typical young man you want in your program?
Well, I mean, despite just fitting the needs, position wise and all those things, they pass the eye test. Are they good basketball players? I mean, despite all that, I'm going to recruit kids that take their education seriously, are going to work hard every day in the classroom, but also in the weight room, conditioning, obviously on the court. And are you a good teammate? Do you applaud and cheer for your teammate when he scores 20 and you only scored 4, and vice versa? Those things, because in order to build your culture and create that atmosphere, and so everybody shares your vision, you have to have everybody on the same page. So getting everybody to buy in and play for the good of the group and play for one another, not just me, but play for your teammates and play for the GB on your chest. That's what's important to me.
Most definitely. And I feel like, having an NBA team like the Bucks right there in your backyard will help those young men too. You just look how the Bucks play and how they are together. It's a good example for those guys. And of course, I know Coach Bud pretty well from his time with Atlanta Hawks, so I know him pretty well. And he teaches togetherness and playing together, being connected. So I think that's it. Watching the Bucks, which is right in the backyard, will be helpful for your team, because seeing how they play the game of basketball in such a flawless, together way, and it's just fun to watch. So a lot of nights out there, seeing them do their thing out there, shoot those threes.
Well, I don't think we have a Giannis on our roster in terms of an MVP with a 7-footer with length and just a dominating force like that. Maybe one day we can get one. But no, they're so much fun to watch. And when I was with Coach Phillips at Ohio University, a lot of teams in the MAC, they called us the Golden State Warriors of the MAC because of the way we shared the ball. And we played, we passed up a good shot for a great shot. And because, you do that, then the next time down, your teammate will do that for you. And, the Bucks are very similar in that regard. Just playing unselfish, playing for one another. And that's what, we'll try to emulate.
Most definitely. And I feel like, Coach, and you're in a great league, man. The Horizon League is a great league, top to bottom. It's tough. And now you're adding in Robert Morris and Andy Toole. They won their conference last year, going to the tournament. So from top to bottom, tough. We're talk about that league as a whole, man. And you got the OG Greg Campy at Oakland, man. You got Mike Davis at Detroit and Byron Rim at IUPUI. I mean, you got Coach Nagy down there at Wright State, and of course Darren Horn at Northern. So the league is tough from top to bottom, man.
No, it's a great league, and obviously it's changed over the years. Butler had their run, and then they left, and now you've got IUPUI and IPFW back, or they're in the league. They left the Summit League, where I was at North Dakota State, and Coach Nagy was at South Dakota State when we were at North Dakota State. So I'm familiar. Same thing with Oakland. Oakland was in the league for a while, so we're very familiar with the coaches and the style of play, with those teams. And, there's very good coaches in the league. So it's going to be a grind night in, night out, but, we're looking forward to that.
And do you feel that since you guys, or the conference is so tough, man, that, you're getting that respect that maybe one day that you can get to become a 2-bid league? Because I think there's so much good basketball going on in that league. And, just think this year that, Wright State won all those games and probably wasn't going to make the tournament. And they played a great schedule, a great team. But, of course, Kentucky won the title. But do you think that you guys, where the league is getting better from top to bottom, that one day maybe you guys can get a second bid, hopefully, for you guys' conference?
Well, I mean, that's the goal. And so much of that is based on scheduling and, do you get some of those high majors, the big boys on a neutral court and, get a win or two? That's obviously going to help. But, at the end of the day, you got to control what you can control. And, you're fighting and jockeying for position to win that conference tournament championship. But, no, I mean, that'd be huge for the league if we could get 2. That'd be really nice.
Most definitely. Well, Coach Ryan, thank you for your time today. It's good to talk to you, man. Hope to talk to you again more time down the road. If you're ever in Atlanta recruiting, man, I'm going to shoot you my number offline here so we can text me and we'll maybe get some food or something when you're in town, man.
Perfect. I enjoy that very much, yeah.
Most definitely.
Thanks a lot for your time.
Most definitely, Coach. Be safe, man. Congratulations to you and your family, man. Just be safe out here with COVID-19, man. Hope to talk to you again real soon, man, once things get going, man.
Thanks, JR. I appreciate it.
Anytime. It's Will Ryan on the Bossman Show.
Hip-hop fans, I got a great album for you. The debut album from Family Grind ENT, True Speech and 313 Fresh. We're going to give you 2 discs, 33 songs of pure, genuine hip-hop. Albums available on iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, illstreetrex.com, and streaming live right now on Rhapsody, Beats Music, Spotify, Xbox Music, Slacker Radio, and SoundCloud. Check them out today. True Speech and 313 Fresh. Family Grind ENT. Believe in it. Get it.
A gorgeous tan from Suntan City gives you an inner glow that relights the fire when you run into your first crush.
Vicky, who was that?
An old boyfriend.
Lucky you just tanned at Suntan City.
Lucky he's single. We're doing lunch tomorrow.
Won't be single for long then.
During Tour of the City, try all 5 tans, including spray tan, for just $4.99. Restrictions may apply. Click to buy now.
Suntan City, let yourself shine.
When you're a teen, you finally get to make some of your own decisions. Who are you going to hang out with? What do you want to be? Are you going to glance at that text while driving? Remember, a split second is all it takes for something tragic to happen. Be in the zone. Turn off your phone. Visit childrenshospital.vanderbilt.org/BITZ to learn more about our teen driver safety program. Brought to you by the Monroe Carroll Jr. Children's Hospital at Vanderbilt, the Ford Motor Company Fund, and the Allstate Foundation.
It's maybe the night that my dreams might let me know. All the stars are closer. All the stars are closer.
Tell me what you gonna do to me. Confrontation ain't nothing new to me. You could bring a bullet, bring a sword, bring a morgue, but you can't bring the truth to me.
Alexa, play Kendrick Lamar and SZA.
Okay. Maybe the night that my dreams might let me know. All the stars are closer.
With Amazon Music, a voice is all you need. Get tens of millions of songs. Download the Amazon Music app today.
Yeah, it's your man JC, the host with the most, baby, and it goes down each and every Saturday night right here in the city of Memphis. That's right, y'all. It goes down at Clicks Sports Bar Memphis, baby. 3705 Malco Way, Memphis, Tennessee, 38125. Come out and join us, the Three Kings, each and every Saturday night for the livest karaoke in the city. Everybody gets in free till 10 p.m. Only $5 after. Great food. We got drink specials. We got all kind of games, man. We got the pool tables popping. Whatever you want, we got you, man. Come on out. Have a good time with us each and every Saturday night. That's Clicks Sports Bar, Memphis.